There we go, if I can just shield it. Yeah, I can see it flashing away. Welcome back to the channel, and you join me at the start of a little journey where I'm trying to replicate something I saw by Michael Simpson on his channel. I'll link to it. But what it is, he's managed to make a crystal radio type circuit that powers a little dancing wave of flower from the dollar store. And I thought, hang on a minute, can we get some energy out of the air with an antenna and a ground, a basic crystal radio circuit, and do something positive with it? So here we have, well, these are very old crystal radio parts. I will probably wind something else, but the first thing is to see what kind of voltage I can get through from something like that. I've got this wire here that I might use as an antenna or for grounding. But yes, the first part, let's see if we can get any power from such a thing and see how much power it is. Now this is the hookup wire I'm intending to use for an antenna. Look at this, Radio Shack. So how old must this be? I must have got it about a good 10 years ago. Anyway, so I'm going to take this and run it through the window here out to that tree over there in the middle. It's about 100 feet or 34 meters, and that's the length of the wire on the reel. Okay, trundling this along. The one good thing is you know it's 100 feet because you've seen the packaging, so you'll know how far it is over here to the tree. Alright, here we are at the tree, and looks like I've got a little bit left. But that is superb. It's a fitting on the tree. Wow, that's great. So that's it for the antenna. You can see the line. Right, so what I've got is this red wire that's on the left. It connects to the black wire that goes outside to the tree. And I'm going to try a couple of coils and see, what we might get through them directly like this. I've got the positive connected to the wire that's coming in and the negative through a germanium type diode is the negative, so we'll see what it gives. So that's a coil from an old Slayer exciter, very old as you can tell. We'll see what's on it. So what's coming through is a quite unbelievable 1.524 volts, and it's constant by the look of it. That's really good. I know in the video that I watched that he was only getting about 0.2 volts. 1.5. Well, I'm highly impressed with that one. I'll swap over to another, see what we get. Next along we have a very beaten up actual crystal set coil there. Now let's have a look. Oh, right down. Wow, 10 millivolts. Now this might be an interesting one. It's a group of 3 coils where I was trying to emulate a demonstration by Dr. Stifler some years ago, and he had 3 coils that were simply attached to, I think it was an earth ground, and they lit an LED. Now I didn't manage to get this one working, but I wonder if maybe I can move one of these too, but we'll see what it says on here. Oh, that's actually increasing, isn't it? That's interesting. I'll leave this a couple of minutes and come back and see where it gets to, because there's no capacitors on it. Well, actually yes there is. There's one. That may be what's storing up the voltage. I'll come back. Oh no, it won't. There we go. It's stabilising out. This one is again another very old crystal radio coil, but it always gave, good reception and whatnot. So let's have a see. Absolutely rubbish. 3.7 millivolts. So bizarrely enough, the first coil tried that I thought would be rubbish is actually the best, and I've got to believe it because I'm looking right at it. 1.5, nearly 1.6 volts. Oh, we've got to connect something to that just as it is. So here we have a little LED oscillator. It should work from about 0.5 volt, and it's also very low current. And if we connect up, what do we get? Do we get anything? Oh, well, there's interesting. We don't. Right, interesting. The voltage is building up, I wonder what happens at 0.4. Well, 0.5. Yeah, I've just thought, on here is a 100 UF capacitor, and I'm thinking it's filling that first. So there can't be a lot of amperage coming in, it must be, you know, very tiny. But that is filling, it would seem, that 100 UF capacitor. And after about 5 minutes there's still nothing going on here. Check on the meter, 0.404. So not high enough, so I think what I'll have to do is the same as in the video. I'll have to make one of those quadruple voltage multipliers. Back in a bit. And here one is. So let's see what we get. Oh yeah, okay. No, that's rubbish. Let me just check I've got it connected correctly. There we are. So 0.8. That should be enough, shouldn't it? 0.83. Right. And now this is interesting, even though it's a very rubbish clip lead over there. If I touch it, this starts up. So all I'm doing is touching it with the finger and off it goes quite strongly. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but it is working. So if I can get some kind of alternative me, then we should be in business. And there we go, if I can just shield it. Yeah, I can see it flashing away. And we've got 0.45 coming through. So there we are running. Just shield it again. So while it's nothing spectacular, it is actually running like this. Oh, I'm really quite pleased. And over here again, you know, we're around the 0.45 and that's the trigger voltage for this to start working. So it is possible, an antenna outside, a ground to the ground as it were, and then for coil, of course, using this old one from a Slayer exciter, which excited me, the fact that it worked. Alright, thanks very much for watching and good luck if you try this kind of thing yourself.